Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm sorry about some of the recent videos that I've been posting. I've been having some sound issues. I'm not sure with the transfer from my camera to my computer if there's been some just artifacts and some issues with the recording or what. So I'm just going to try it again here. Totally different review. I'm going to try to make it shorter as well because I wanted to keep my videos under like 10 minutes if possible, even like 7 minutes, but so I'm gonna kind of just run through this really quick. Today is the review of my Sniper Bladeworks. This is a custom piece made by Lance out at Sniper Bladeworks. This one has obviously the titanium frame lock with the carbon fiber front scale, and then you can see in the in the video here, this blade is 1095 carbon steel with a hamon heat treatment. I think this is the same kind of heat treatment that they put on like samurai swords, and it's got this like kind of mixture with clay, and they burn it up in the oven. Or I'm not exactly sure how they do it, but it's beautiful. And each hamon treatment is unique when they do that. So it's got these really cool curves on here, as well as not just the pattern, but supposedly it makes the steel really strong as well. Here you have it compared against these knives. This is my Peter Recenti Alpha Hunter, and here's the Sabenza 21 large, and then you've got the Zero Tolerance 0551, and then the Spyderco Sage 1. The reason why I brought out these knives, or at least these two knives right here, was to kind of compare the carbon fiber pattern that you guys see on these knives. On this Peter R, you have a very kind of unrefined carbon fiber. Maybe it's because of the milling on here. You get a very uneven texture, or like kind of look. It reflects really nice in the lighting and all that kind of stuff, and it's still beautiful. You do kind of lose that kind of uniform look that you would think of when you think of the carbon fiber, similar to like this Sage here. This is the weave pattern on the Sage, kind of like the Gail Bradley as well. And this is just a really beautiful patterned carbon fiber. But one thing about the Sage is, you have two really thin slabs of carbon fiber versus on the Sniper Bladeworks or even the Peter Recenti, you have a really thick slab of carbon fiber that really utilizes the strength of carbon fiber. Carbon fiber is meant to be extremely light as well as extremely strong. So, in this blade, there's no flex whatsoever in the carbon fiber. But this weave pattern on the Sage 1 is definitely beautiful. A couple other things about this particular Sniper Bladeworks: you got dual thumb studs. You've got this beautiful milled out titanium backspacer as well, which just adds to the aesthetics as well as, of course, the strength to the knife. Having that backspacer in there definitely kind of reinforces that carbon fiber and this titanium scale as well. This knife as well, the blade stock is I think about 0.19 to 0.2 inches. So it is a very thick slab of steel compared to the Peter R here, which is 0.185, I think. Yeah, 0.185 stock of S90V. This is the 0.2 or 0.185, around there, somewhere around there, of 1095 tool steel. It's got a lanyard hole right here. The pocket clip is really nice, very strong, and frame lock is a little bit sticky, but not really. And then the blade is perfectly centered here. Overall, this knife flings out super fast, super strong. The one thing that's cool about this Sniper Bladeworks design, even though it's got these kind of weird humps all over the place, is it is an extremely ergonomic knife, and it's meant to be a tactical fighting knife. In addition, it can be a very fine precision tool. You can choke up very easily here, kind of just choke up your thumb on the tip of the blade and do a lot of fine whittling or any kind of precision cutting. And then for its hacking, one thing that I had mentioned on the previous video that you probably couldn't hear because of the sound issues was the fact that you know, with this curvature of the blade, kind of like a karambit. Karambit, like, you typically hold it like this with your finger through the little back hole, and then you're able to swing it back and forth and stuff like that. You know, in reverse grip, this is an extremely comfortable blade as well. It just molds perfectly in your hand. But in this forward grip or normal grip, you can hold it in this hammer grip style, and the blade curvature kind of throws the blade into a forward position. And so if you're doing any kind of striking this way and that way, your blade is actually, you know, again, is positioned towards your opponent or whatever. You know, so any kind of stabbing motion like this way is going to be a very natural position for your hand, as opposed to if you're holding, say, the Sabenza here, you really have to turn your wrist or your hand in an awkward position in order to do any kind of stabbing motion. And if you're doing any kind of hack cuts or whatever, slash cuts, you know, your wrist is going to be torqued in a very uncomfortable position. And with the Sniper Bladeworks, you know, your hand is straight and the blade is in the position that you want it to be in any kind of slash cutting. So that's, you know, one issue, or one thing that I really think is very comfortable about this blade. And also, if you were to choke up in this blade or with this knife here, you have a substantial amount of the handle protruding from your hand, and so that any kind of blunt you know, trauma blow or whatever to any kind of pressure points is going to do a lot of damage as well. So anyway, the Sniper Bladeworks is a great company, and everything I've heard about the owner of that company, Lance, is a really great owner, and he's very compliant with, you know, whatever needs you might have about this knife. Overall, you know, this is just a beautiful piece with the hamon treatment, with the carbon fiber and titanium combination. I think is just a really aesthetically pleasing knife. So anyway, there you go, quick video. Let me know what you guys think about this knife. I know some of you guys had already mentioned, you know, some of the, you know, the curvature is something you're not used to, but you know, if you get a chance to try one out, I definitely would suggest that you at least give it a shot, because, you know, I think you'll be surprised by the ergonomics of this knife. Yeah, so no jimping or anything like that, so that's alright, but, you know, with all the curves, you're going to have a really firm grip with this knife. Alright, so yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I appreciate you guys watching all my videos. Alright, thanks a lot. Bye.